nice and tall. Hands in our lap. Voices up. Thank you. Here's what we're doing in music today. Middle Academy scholars will be able to first move to music, second discover a rhythm of the day, 3 listen to and analyze music, and number 4 sing Hava Nagila. So those are our goals for the day. The first thing we're going to do is move to music. We're going to do rhythm exercises. So you can choose if you want to do arm circles. That's what I'm going to do. Squats, push-ups, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, something different. Very slowly running in place. Today's the last day that we're consistently doing rhythm exercises, and now we're just going to kind of do it every now and then. So it might be like next week, day 1, we do Warrior Cry. The next day we do Down Down Baby. Then we do one called Shake Them Simmons Down. And then we do Shoe Fly. And then we do rhythm exercises. And then we go back to Warrior Cry. And then we do rhythm exercises again. So it's just going to kind of pepper it in wherever I feel like we need it, depending on what we're doing that day. So if you don't know the chant yet, just do your best. I'm going to do arm circles as I do it. You can do it with me, or you can choose your own exercise. The purpose of rhythm exercise is to really feel the beat, so make sure whatever exercise you're doing is something rhythmic. If you're like a weightlifter and you want to lift weights, that's cool too. That'd be a cool thing to do one day. Okay, so here we go. Quarter note, 1 beat, ta, 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 ta. Half note, 2 beats, ta, ta. Whole note, 4 beats, ta. 8th notes, half a beat, ti, 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 ti. Alright, and you can relax. Next we're going to do a rhythm of the day. In our last video, we learned about this new type of sound. You can see my reflection on my neck. Chromebook there. Those are called 16th notes. Each vertical line makes its own sound, which lasts for a quarter of a beat or 1/4 of a beat. So let's just go through, mark it up, and then we'll perform it. So, like I said, 8th notes, each one of these vertical lines, 16th notes, each one of these vertical lines lasts for 1/4 of a beat, and we have 2 sets of them straight off the bat. So our downbeat is here. We're in 4 times, so we have beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and then our upbeat is here on beat 4. So that's how that breaks down. Like I said, each one of those vertical lines is worth a quarter or 1/4 of the beat. My 5th grade teacher, I just love fractions. They are just so fun. I'll always remember that for my whole life. Alright, next up we have a set of 8th notes. Each set of 8th notes lasts for half of a beat. And then at the end there we got a quarter rest, which lasts for 1 full beat. But because it is a rest, we don't make sound when we see it. So quarter, 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 half, half, 1. Quarter, 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 half, half, 1. Okay. When we do this, I'm not going to say that 1 out loud. It's going to be a silent sound because it is a rest and we don't make sounds when we do a rest. So I'm going to play this on my leg. On a repeat. I'm just going to repeat over and over again. When you hear what I'm doing, join in with me until I say fine. Fine means the sound is done. So here we go. Quarter, 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 half, half. Quarter, 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 half, half. Quarter, 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 half, half. Quarter, 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 half, half. Quarter, 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 half, half. Quarter, 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 half, half. Fine. It's hard to say quarter that many times there. Here's our another rhythm. We're going to keep working on rhythms of the day. I think they are essential to what we're going to be learning very soon with our rhythm bucket drumming unit. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay, the next thing that I had on our list was for you to listen to and analyze music. I'm going to walk you through it first, but then I'll have you pause the video in just a minute. I'll let you know when, so that you can actually go and listen to the song. The song that I'm going to post is about 6 minutes long. You do not have to listen to the whole thing, just as long as you need to get the answers done. Okay? So the song that I'm going to be playing for you it's going to be a link in the description below, is by a guy named Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, same guy that composed the music you listened to last time. This is called Piano Concerto number 21. Concerto is a fancy word that just means like a solo song for that instrument. So if it was a French horn concerto, it's a solo song written for French horn. If it was a electric guitar concerto, it would be a solo song written for electric guitar. This is a piano concerto, a solo song written for the piano. I have written on my whiteboard the 4 things that I'd like you to focus in on. So if you have a whiteboard of your own or a piece of notebook paper, it would be great for you to just jot down your thoughts on these 4 things. I'll walk you through it, and then you'll pause the video, go back and watch it, listen to it, and then come back and we'll talk about the answers. Okay, so the first thing is the tempo. There are 4 choices that we study in music right now: largo, andante, allegro, or presto. So what I did is I just made a list of those, and then as I listen, I'm just going to circle the one that I think matches it best. Okay, next to that I wrote instruments. Here's a hint: it's a piano concerto, so that might give you a hint about at least one of the instruments in it. So you can make a list of instruments. Next is the articulation, that is the style in which the music is played. 3 choices we've studied: legato, marcato, and staccato. So legato is smooth, calm. Staccato or marcato is very strong with accents, I think. Can I march around the room to this? And then lastly is staccato, short and snappy. And then dynamics. Forte means loud. Mezzo is a word that means in the middle. And piano means soft. There are many more dynamics than those, but those are the 3 that you can choose from today. Going back to tempo, just in case you forgot, largo means slow, crawling speed. Andante is a walking speed. Allegro is a brisk pace. You might think skipping speed, and presto is fast, a running speed. Okay? So, in the description below, you'll find a link to Piano Concerto number 21 by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. You can pause the video now and watch that video. Pause. Okay, hopefully you listen to that. I haven't marked mine yet, but I knew my answers because I listened to it before I started making the video. So I'm very quickly going to do that. And then we'll compare answers. One of them I'm just going to say really my answers because it would be a lot of things for me to write down. All right, so the tempo of that piece was andante. Andante is a walking speed. One really good trick if you're struggling to figure out what the tempo is just move your feet to the steady beat. Try to find it, and then is this the speed that I would be walking? Andante. And if it's too fast, then you know it's one of these. If it's way slower than you'd walk, then you know it's largo. So that is andante. Articulation, I wrote it was legato, very smooth, calm, fluid. I always think like running your fingertips along silk. The instruments, I wrote piano, and then I wrote orchestra. So like I said, it's a concerto, so it's a solo song for piano. And there's always some background music, also called accompaniment. So orchestra would be, in Mozart's time, violin, viola, cello, upright bass or double bass, whatever you want to call it. Oboe, probably English horn, clarinet, French horn, trumpet, trombone, not saxophone, maybe a harp stuck in there. But the main instrument to know is piano, and then note there's something else going on in the background. Maybe you wrote strings. And then dynamics, I wrote mezzo, not super loud, not super quiet, just kind of in the middle, a comfortable sound. Piano, back then was not meant to be like in your face announcing some sounds. It was an instrument that was like a parlor instrument, an instrument you might play in the home as entertainment. So it didn't need to be super loud to be entertaining. Cool. We're going to keep working on that. The last thing we're going to do today is listen to and sing a song called Hava Nagila. Hava Nagila is a song from the Jewish traditions, and it is a song of celebration. I just have my sheet music here, so I make sure I play the right chords. I'm going to sing it through real quick. So right now your job is just to listen. Like this. I think I have a capo one. Here we go. Hava second verse, but we're not going to learn it today. All right, so when we're singing Hava Nagila, we're saying let's rejoice. Rejoice means kind of like happiness, celebration. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila venis miha. When you say venis miha, it means let's rejoice and be happy. So I'm going to sing a little bit of it, and we're going to, I sing, you sing. I sing first, you copy me. Okay, so my turn. Here we go. Hava Nagila. I'll sing just that much. If this is too high for you, Hava Nagila. That's my tune. Sing with me. Here we go. Hava Nagila. After that, our voice goes up a little bit higher. Hava Nagila. Okay, let's sing that much. Here we go. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. After that, I play what's called a minor chord. So this is the difference. Major chord sounds bright, sounds a little happy. Minor chord, this brings you into kind of like a richer, deeper, sometimes darker or more melancholy. Some people think it's like a sad chord, but it's a happy song. It just brings it into a kind of a more rich tone. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. Ve nis mi ha. When we say the word ha, there's a little like a in the back of the throat. That's just a Hebrew pronunciation. Nis mi ha ha. Just a little, almost like a little rumble in the back of the throat. Okay. Let's sing from the beginning. And ve nis mi ha. Here we go. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, ve nis mi ha. Then we repeat ourselves. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, venis miha. So we sing that 2 times at the beginning, and then it goes into the verse of the song. Hava neranina, Hava neranina, Hava neranina, venis miha. When we sing that part, we're singing Have neranina. It means let's sing. Have neranina, let's sing. Have neranina, venis miha. Let's sing and be happy. Great song. I love this song. I sang this when I was in choir, when I was in middle school, I want to say. Middle school, high school, somewhere like it. Okay, so this new part sounds like Have neranina, Have neranina, Have neranina, venis miha. So let me sing a little piece and you copy me. My turn. Hava neranina, Hava neranina. Sing that with me. Hava neranina, Hava neranina. Last part. Hava neranina, venis miha. Hava neranina, venis miha. Then we sing that whole thing again. Hava neranina, Hava neranina, Hava neranina, venis miha. And just because we're learning a little bit, we'll go back and we'll sing the chorus again. Okay? So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I, on purpose, did not write the lyrics to this down in the description. This is all by your ear. It's called by rote. Let's see how we do. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, venis miha. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, venis miha. Hava neranina, Hava neranina, Hava neranina, venis miha. Hava neranina, Hava neranina, Hava neranina, venis miha. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, venis miha. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, venis miha. There we go. What a fun song. All right, that's all we have to do. We just have our train next to do left. So breathe with me, middle school. Here we go. Thank you for joining me for music today. Thank you for making music, singing, and listening to some wonderful new things. We'll see you next week. Take care.